Happy Monday, everyone. We got a 10-game slate. Let's talk some baseball. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back in to another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I'm your host, Steven, and we're back to talk some more baseball, baby. That's right. We got a couple weeks until the MLB playoffs, and there's not much better than MLB playoffs, that's for sure, with stress on every single pitch. I'm excited. I'm ready to roll. We had a profitable weekend. We will take it. We're going to go over all the bets, recap in just a little bit since our last video was on Thursday. But I just want to say thank you to all the loyal supporters for MLB all season long. This is one grind of a year. You guys stuck through it even during the tough first half, and we've come out better on the second half, luckily. But it's just been a lot of fun talking baseball with you guys. So before we get into everything, also a quick reminder, Outlier, the link is below. Go click that link. You got nothing to lose. Just go try the 7-day free trial with that link. It's a one-stop shop for all your betting research. You get all different insights, trends, player props, hit rates, everything that you could imagine that really helps you. Of course, you want to be a longtime sports bettor, Outlier is the way to go. If you see any graphics in our videos, they are from Outlier. So now I'm ready to finish this season strong. Like I said, it's been a great second half of the year, up over 20 units now somehow after a terrible first half. But we had a 10-game slate, a little smaller, so let's get into it. And that means it's fun fact time. And it's a quick one, easy one for this year. It's for Tigers fans. They have the best record in the American League since August 23rd. They are 15-7. Guess what? Javi Baez hasn't played since August 22nd. That's right. The guy with the biggest contract on that team has been horrendous since he signed that contract. And now that he's not playing, they've been doing well. So just a sneaky little team right now, the Detroit Tigers. But in this video, we're going to recap the winning weekend that we had and then go over the good and bad hitter matchups, the good pitcher strikeout matchups, and then go over the full 10-game pitcher report. And of course, we will finish it off with our best bets in those hitter parlay ideas as well as the recap. So hit that like button if you haven't already. If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And if you have any time at all, comment down below. Helps this algorithm and this channel to grow. Appreciate all of you guys every single day for all the support. But I'm ready to get into it. And the baseball journey begins now. All right, here is the weekend recap. There's Thursday's recap because we didn't have a video on Friday. That was huge. Framber Valdez, over 18.5 outs. He gets it done on the hook for us at plus 150. One of the better winners of the season. Nestor Cortez under 1.5 walks just absolutely struggled. And then Friday we go 2-1 in what looked like it was going to be a 0-3 day. But Phillies get 3 runs in the bottom of the ninth thanks to a Brandon Marsh 3-run bomb in a blowout to cash that one. Dodgers sucked, and DeGrom under 6.5 Ks. Easy win. Only had 4, and they got taken out early. And then Saturday, we lost 2, but honestly, my goal Saturday was just to try some plus money winners. We had Belozo under 3.5 Ks, and of course, he gets his 4th K on the next to last batter. And the Rockies' first 5 money line, I just like the value there. They didn't get it done offensively. But you know what? When you throw a half unit on each, all you need to do is go 1-1. We unfortunately did not, but we just take the 1 unit loss. So 3-4 in the weekend, but a profitable weekend, up 4.42 units. As you can see right there, it was looking very grim the first half of the season. By All-Star break, we were down like 17 units or something. And now we are up 4.08. So I'm really excited for the turnaround, but I want to keep finishing strong in these last few weeks. So that's the bets recap. And now let's talk those hitter matchups. All right, we got 18 of these good hitter matchups for you today. I'm not going to go over every single one, but we start out with a couple D-backs. Ketel Marte and Christian Walker are hitting Senzatella. That's right, he's on the mound for the Rockies. They're hitting him well. 14 for 27 for Walker, 11 for 31 for Ketel Marte. Then as you go down the list, how about William Contreras of the Brewers? 3 bombs and 7 for 16 versus Ranger Suarez. And then the rest of the guys, you see Stephen Kwan right there, 7 for 14. Tovar of the Rockies, 6 for 13. We got some really good matchups. Guys hitting 500 or higher. Over there on the right, a guy who's had one heck of a season. Francisco Lindor is 5 for 10. Max Muncy 3 for 9, and then Bobby Witt 5 for 9. We got some big names on here, so there should be a lot of winners to be had, I think, in these hitter matchups. So take a screenshot. Hopefully, it helps you get some winners. And then let's take a look at the bad hitter matchups. And there we go. We got about almost a page of it. But Mookie Betts 1 for 15, 6 Ks off of the lefty. Max Fried. I think one of the biggest surprises, Byron Buxton, 2 for 27 with 9 Ks versus Matthew Boyd. It's not like Matthew Boyd is some elite pitcher. That is interesting, but we will talk about Boyd in just a little bit. And then Brian Reynolds, 2 for 14, so on and so on. A couple Dodgers, actually. We got like 4 Dodgers on here. Freddie Freeman, 2 for 11 with 6 Ks, and Will Smith getting jiggy with it with 3 Ks versus Fried. So Take a screenshot. Those are the good and bad hitter matchups. And now let's go talk the arms. Only one good pitcher strikeout matchup for you today, and it's not any elite one or anything like that, but it's the lefty Matthew Boyd going up against the Twinkies. Minnesota 8th highest K percentage versus lefties the last 3 weeks at almost 27%. Boyd has had a small sample size. I'll say that. 6 starts, 35 Ks, and 33 innings. He's not usually known as a strikeout pitcher, so it is weird to kind of put him up here, but he's looked good so far this year. He has 6+ Ks in 4 of those 6 starts this season, and in his last 3, 9, 6, and 8 Ks. He does have a higher K rate at home. I think it's a split of 3 at home, 3 away. Not a huge sample size, but 29% at home compared to 26% on the road. So that's the only good one. I just want to give you guys some more info, though, with it. You guys are probably wondering, Paul Skeens, these guys could go over. I just want to let you know the matchup. Cards actually have the 8th lowest K percentage versus righties last 3 weeks. And then Yamamoto, who may still be on a pitch count. Atlanta Braves have been better lately, striking out finally. The 11th lowest K rate versus righties in the last 3 weeks. And then the lefty Reed Detmer. Since he's got brought back up from the minor leagues, he has been pretty dang good at missing bats. So take that for what it is. He's facing the White Sox. We know the White Sox can strike out a lot. As of right now, though, they're right in about the middle of the pack. 13th lowest K percentage versus righties in the last 3 weeks. So that's what I got for the pitcher strikeout matchups. And now let's take a look at the pitcher report. These are the first 5 matchups of the day. As you can see, we got all the averages on the bottom, and every column you should hopefully need to start your day with the betting. But we got Pablo Lopez, Mr. Escobar, going up against Matthew Boyd, who we just talked about. Should be a pretty good matchup there in Cleveland in a big divisional series. And then Jake Irvin versus Sean Manaea. We've talked about Sean Manaea. He's been good. We tailed him in his last start when we took the under in the first 5. He's been pretty dang good lately. Yamamoto threw just under 60 pitches last start. It was his first start back from injury, so just take that into account here. But the lefty Max Free, we know he's solid. Just slightly above average K rate, but he knows how to miss some barrels, 8% walk rate, etc., etc. Joey Estes, who has been better at home, but he is going up against Shota Imanaga of the Cubbies. Imanaga's been really good at home, as you guys know, and just good overall. His first season in the MLB, 3.03 ERA, with an extremely low 3.9% walk rate. And then Ranger Suarez going up against Aaron Savali. Savali is just a below average pitcher. That's all he is. Nothing special there. And then Suarez, 3.05 ERA, 3.26 expected. Had a good season, that's for sure. Has some good command and all that stuff. So those are the first 5 matchups. Take a screenshot. Let's check out the final 5. We start with the once highly touted prospect of the Tigers, Casey Mize. Not a very good pitcher. Doesn't miss a lot of bats. Going up against Seth Lugo, who's just had one heck of a season. A 2.94 ERA, average K rate, but good command. And then Skeens, we know all about Skeens. He's just the absolute man. Going up against Palante, who's been a little bit better these last few weeks of his, I think, rookie season. And then Senzatella only pitched 7.2 innings. He is now on the bump again. He's not a great pitcher, just overall and what he's showed us in the past and all that. He's not a great pitcher. Merrill Kelly, who's had kind of a struggle of a season with almost a 5.5 expected ERA, not missing a ton of bats, and about average when it comes to hits per 9. But Jonathan Cannon, we've tailed a few times, but like I said, Reed Detmers, he overall 27.2% K rate, almost been even better than that lately, to be honest with you. And then down there at the bottom, the guy who let me down, Spaghetti, Spencer Arrighetti against Yu Darvish. We'll see what version of each of these guys we get. But yeah, that's all the numbers and all the matchups for the day. And now it is time for the best bets. All right, this first best bet today is a 2-legger. Give me Shota Imanaga under 1.5 walks and the Diamondbacks team total over 3.5 runs at -118 on DraftKings. This is a 1-unit play. I absolutely love this one. Let's start out with Imanaga under 1.5 walks. He has absolutely elite command. Let's go take a look at the beautiful app of OUTLIER. And as we can see by his 2024 numbers right there, he has gone under in 22 of 27 starts. But you know where it gets better? Let's go check out his home starts and see what he's all about when he's pitching in Wrigley Field. And there it is. He has gone under in 13 of 14 games, guys. He has a walk rate that's a ridiculous 2.7% at home. We've talked about it earlier this year when we broke him down. And then as we scroll down a little bit more, we can see the Oakland A's right there. I mean, guys, they're 21st in walk percentage in the last 30 days versus lefties. So it's a pretty good matchup for him. Even if it wasn't that great of a matchup, I still love under 1.5 walks. This guy just knows how to control the strike zone. So give me that as the first leg. And then the second leg, D-backs team total over 3.5. You might think this is kind of a high number to go with for an alt line just to reduce that first leg a little bit. It's really not. The D-backs team total today is 6.5 runs, guys. They are facing a starting pitcher in Sanzatella in Coors Field. Senzatella has not pitched. And by the way, I did make a mistake on the pitcher report. Senzatella, those numbers I gave you, it was only 7 innings anyways, but it was 2023. He hasn't pitched since 7 innings in 2023. He's not a good pitcher. He's going to be rusty. He's in Coors Field against one of the best offenses in the major leagues. He's going to be on a pitch count, which means a ton of innings off of this Rockies bullpen. Diamondbacks also road team, guaranteed 9 at bats. Coors Field. Christian Walker and Ketel Marte alone are combined 25 of 58 off Senzatella, as you saw in the good hitter matchups. The game total's at 11. The team total is 6.5. I just need 4 runs. I think they get it in the first 5 innings. They have a chance to get that. The D-backs should absolutely put up a ton of runs. So give me Imanaga under 1.5 walks. The D-backs team total over 3.5 as my first best bet. This second bet takes us out to Cleveland, Ohio, where the Guardians are hosting the Minnesota Twinkies. Twins on the money line, -115. Guardians on the money line, -105. Total of 8 runs in this AL Central showdown. It is finally time to take a trip down to Nerfy Town, baby. That's right. It is a Nerfy in this game at -125. This is a half unit play for me. I know it's been a long time since I've done a Nerfy, but I like this one. We have Matthew Boyd, the lefty, versus Pablo Escobar of the Twins. Both starting pitchers are pitching really well right now. We talked about it a little bit earlier. They both have swing and miss stuff. Matthew Boyd was the good pitcher strikeout matchup. Lopez is a guy who has just been in unbelievable form the last month or so. Both offenses hit and miss. Steven Kwan, especially, if you haven't checked his numbers, he's really struggled since the All-Star break. Really weird to see. But we just care about the first inning. Both starting pitchers have not allowed a run in the first inning in 5 straight starts. This is a simple one for me. You got 2 inconsistent top of the lineups versus 2 starting pitchers in good form, especially in the first inning. And the beauty of this one is it will be over before Monday Night Football. So we can sit, hopefully with a winner, and go watch some Monday Night Football as well. Give me the Nerfy in the Twins and Guardians game as my second best bet. Like I said, slate's not great the night before, at least. I think I'll find another good one in the morning. And if I do, it'll be in the pinned comments on X and on Discord, of course. But before we wrap it all up, let's check out the hitter parlay ideas. All right, I got 3 of these for you today. Technically 9. The first one, every single Diamondbacks hitter. I mean, let's just face it. We just talked about it. It's Senzatella, and the Rockies bullpen. This Arizona lineup can hit from top to bottom. Team total 6.5. They can all get a hit. Second one, William Contreras of the Brewers, 7 for 14 off of Ranger Suarez in his career. So it's been a really good matchup for him. Overall this year, he's hitting .311 versus lefties. So he just loves hitting off on me. He has 2+ hits in 3 of his last 7. It's been a little bit of a rocky last 2-3 weeks for him. But he's starting to pick it up a little bit lately. I like the matchup versus lefties. So I'll go William Contreras. The third one, Nolan Schanuel. That's how you pronounce it. Of the Los Angeles Angels. This guy's really stroking it, hitting .476 in the last 7 days, facing a very hittable starting pitcher in Jonathan Cannon. Cannon also struggles versus lefties, giving up a .292 average and a .504 slugging to lefties. I like the matchup. I like the form he is in. That's my simple explanation for the hitter parlay idea. So I like those 3 or 9 or however many you want to say. And you also saw the hitter matchups. There's some good matchups as well. Francisco Lindor was going to be one, but it looks like he just got hurt. So just something to keep an eye on. But that's what I got for you today. Let's check out the recap. There it is, the 2 best bets for today so far. Added plays will be in the pinned comments on X and on Discord. Shota Imanaga under 1.5 walks, and the D-backs team total over 3.5 at -118. And then the half unit play, Nerfy, Twins, and Guardians. Let's just have a little rush in that first inning. It's been too long since we've done a Nerfy. So that's what I got for you today. Hopefully you guys can get some winners. The Monday Night Football video is out as we try to redeem ourselves from a very rough Sunday, as I'm sure a lot of people had. That was a wild day in the NFL. But thank you guys for watching. As always, if you haven't already, hit that like button and leave a comment below if you have any time. But hope you have a great Monday, and we'll talk to you soon.